Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
Tricky one, guys, tricky one. We had statistics class the last time. Guys, I'm hoping the diagram is clear. So basically what it means is that if we were to draw a rectangle around this, all right, then outside these circles, what would be the figure? 0, right? And how do I arrive at 0?
Because it says that at least one of them has time fate or magic.
Correct. Every portion of the novel addresses at least one of the three themes of time, fate, or magic. So which means outside of this will be 0. Correct? Which means inside of this will be how much? 100. Right? So, and if you look at it, 40 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20 plus 10 is 100. Now, mind you, the given diagram is C4's assessment. Who is the other character? Anika. Now, what does this mean? That for any portion of the novel, that according to C4's assessment addresses the theme of time. Anika agrees that the portion indeed addresses the theme of time. In other words, can you tell me, according to this statement, what percentage of the novel addresses the theme of time? According to Anika's assessment, what percentage of the novel addresses the theme of time? 70, right? Because notice, according to C4's assessment, 70% addresses theme of time. Anika also agrees. Similarly, according to Anika, what percentage of the novel addresses the theme of fate? 80. Notice why? Because C4 says that it is 40 plus 20 plus 20, which is 80. Anika also agrees with that. Similarly, according to Anika, what percentage of the novel addresses the theme of magic? 60. Why? Because C4 also says it's 60, right? 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10. So this is the agreement. Whatever percentage C4 says addresses a particular theme, Anika also agrees with that. But what's the only difference? The only difference in Anika's assessment and C4's assessment is this. Anika maintains that every portion of the novel that addresses the theme of magic also addresses the theme of fate. Wow. How do we now reconcile this? Every portion of the novel that addresses the theme of magic also addresses the theme of fate. Think about it, guys. So according to Anika's assessment, this 10%, by the way, for example, will move where? If this is area A and let us say this is area B. All right. So this 10% will move where? To area A or area B? A. A. Very nice. So this will move here, according to Anika. Similarly, according to Anika, notice it says because Anika believes that every portion of the novel that addresses the theme of magic also addresses the theme of fate, right? So that's the reason this 10% will move to area A. How about this 10%? Where will it move? Area A or area B? A- No, so that's the thing, right? Because if let's say you mean this one. No, so okay, so what Siddharth is saying is that, for example, this 10 can either move to area A or to area B. Now, the reason I would disagree with that is right now, according to CFO, okay, let us just focus on this 10, Siddharth. According to CFO, this 10% is addressing what? Only magic, correct? Suppose that, oh, by the way, Anika says what? According to Anika, that this 10% should is actually addressing what? Magic plus, sorry, fate, right? any section that addresses magic also addresses the theme of fate, right? So it should be magic plus fate, correct? However, if this 10% moves to area A, then actually this 10% is now addressing all the three, which is not allowed. All right. So according to Anika, this 10% should be addressing magic, only magic and fate. And for that reason, that this 10% has to move to area B only. Is this clear? All right. Good question. So basically, according to Anika, this is how these values should move, correct? So this 10% should move here, while this 10% should move here. So which means the final diagram is this one. This is final Anika's assessment. All right, now that we know the final diagram, we are talking about obviously Anika's assessment. So we just focus on this one. Okay, even now this was one level of complexity in this. The question itself is extremely tricky, guys. Think about it, take another 5 minutes if you want to, and tell me the answer. Anika maintains, so it is clear that this is the only diagram that we have to be concerned about. Anika maintains that -% of the novel that addresses the theme of time also addresses the theme of fate. First of all, tell me this. Yes, guys, blank one. -% of the novel that addresses the theme of time also addresses the theme of fate.
70. Sorry, 40.
Now, that's the issue. -% of the novel that addresses the theme of time. Now, tell me -% of the novel that addresses the theme of time also addresses the theme of fate.
40.
What percent of the novel addresses the theme of time?
70.
70, correct? What percentage of this also addresses the theme of fate? This entire section of the novel that addresses the theme of time is also addressing the theme of fate. And that's the reason 100 would be the answer here. Most people choose 40 or 70. That's not the case, guys. Because every section, see, think about it. Let's forget, I mean, if percentage is confusing you, let's say there is this novel that has 100 pages. Do you agree that according to Anika's assessment, out of 100 pages, 70 pages address the theme of time? And according to this graphic, it is very clear that all those 70 pages also address the theme of fate, which means the entire portion of the novel, in this case 70 pages, entire portion of the novel that addresses the theme of time also addresses the theme of fate. So 100%.
Sir, but why have we included in this the three parts ka intersection, that is 30% also, because they haven't really mentioned magic, right? They have just mentioned fate.
Okay. No. So this, no. So fair enough, fair enough. But do you agree that these 30 pages do address theme of time?
Yes.
That's exactly what it says. The novel that addresses the theme of time. Clearly says a total would be 70 pages address theme of time. They may be addressing something else, but that's not what the question is
Okay.
asking, right? The question
Okay.
is saying, tell me how many pages of novel address the theme of time? 70 pages. Out of these 70 pages, how many address the theme of fate? again, all the 70 pages address the theme of fate, which means 100%.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Now I think second one will be easier. Anika maintains that dash percent of the novel addresses the theme of magic. How much would this be? This is easy. Theme of magic is obviously this entire circle, right? This entire circle, which is basically 60%.
Sir, I just wanted to confirm on the last line of the question that starts from however. So that means that Anika feels that magic has no exclusive mention.
That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. Every
Okay.
portion of the novel that addresses the theme of magic also addresses the theme of fate. What it means is that there is no such thing as only magic as far as the novel goes.
And so one more question. Why did we divide the 10% of the C4's assessment equally to the intersection as well as to the intersection of fate and magic?
No, this is not equally. We didn't divide it
I mean,
equally.
from 10 and
By the way,
10.
for example, if this was 15, then this 15 would have moved here. It is just coincidental that this is also given to us as 10 and this is also given to us as 10.
So basically, I did not understand on what basis we divided it and distributed it.
Sure. So essentially, what it says is that every portion of the novel that addresses the theme of magic also addresses the theme of fate. All right. So are you clear with this line?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, right now, according to C4, this is at this portion is addressing what?
Time and magic only.
Time and magic. But according to Anika, uh, notice by the way, right now, according to C4's assessment, is this portion addressing fate?
No, it's not.
But what does Anika say? Anything that addresses magic will
Also
also
addresses
address fate,
fate. Right.
correct? So for that reason, we are moving it here.
Okay. So why can't we also move the other 10% exclusively of magic also to the center?
Right. The reason for that, so the question is, why can we not move it here?
Right.
Now,
Right.
so let's actually just focus on this. Right now, and this is the reason I actually mentioned this, right now, this 10%, tell me, according to C4, is addressing what?
Only magic.
Only magic, correct? Now, as per this line, this 10% should be addressing what?
Magic and
Plus
fate.
fate. Agreed?
And it can also be time, right?
No, why?
I mean,
According to Anika, okay, every portion that addresses the theme of magic also addresses the theme of fate. So whatever is
hmm.
addressing magic will also address the
Okay.
theme of fate.
I
Okay,
understood. I understood now, sir.
all
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Now the answer to your question that why can it not move here? All right, that would be a violation of the first statement.
Understood, sir. Understood now.
Because whatever is C4's assessment is in agreement with Anika's statement also that whatever percentage addresses magic, according to C4, the same percentage addresses, I mean, according to that, according to Anika also, same percentage addresses uh, the corresponding theme. So if we move that over here, the first statement will be violated.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
so like here, how we have taken in the first blank that time and fate, we have included the common parts, which is the intersection of all the three also as a part of itself. So,
Hmm.
should we do that in most of the cases? Like, can we take the intersection only?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's quite common actually if you look at it. I mean, just for example, Uh, Again, same thing. I mean, it's not really an exception. Let's say if we talk about three sports, all right, cricket, basketball, and volleyball, let's say, and we talk about percentages, whatever these percentages, let's say 10, 15, 5, 8. So if my question is what percentage of students play cricket, then obviously it will be 10 plus 15 plus 5 plus 8. So obviously the entire first circle is cricket, right? So it's no different in that sense, Vishnu.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So similarly, notice theme of time, right? For example, is basically the entire first circle. Sorry, here in this case, right here. Yeah, Vikash. Oh, this is so generally almost all the questions that we do in the class are at least above average, difficult to very difficult. So I would say this is definitely among the very difficult questions.